Hello YouTube, Rocket3 here, back with another kicking action figure review. Today's review is over the Signature Collection Atrocitus figure from Mattel. Yeah, really cool figure. Let me show you the box real quick. First off, he comes with this white box that's around other Signature Collection figures. Like, one of these came with my black mask, but not my other one, which you'll see in a second. So that's Signature Collection Atrocitus, and it's really just white with copyright all the way around. No big deal, but it's to protect this box, mainly. So DC Universe Signature Collection, Atrocitus. There's the figure himself with his lantern. Kind of windows on the side, artwork on this side, artwork and bio on the back, window at the top, copyright at the bottom. Pretty cool figure. Casing. So here he is, the Signature Collection Atrocitus. Really cool figure. Picked him up at DragonCon 2013 for about 20 bucks less at one vendor than I saw him at other vendors. I got him for about 40 and the other vendors had him for 60. And I'm totally willing to pay 40 for this guy. I mean, Atrocitus used to be really cool, and the new 52 Atrocitus, they never should have gave Red Lanterns a series. Oh my gosh, I read it up through like issue 14 and I was like, I'm done with this. It's not good. Every time someone tells me that it got better, I go back and I read it, and it hasn't gotten better. If anything, I think it got worse in the last 7 issues that I read. But, yeah, he used to be pretty cool, and that's the memory of Atrocitus I hold on to, is Rage of the Red Lanterns, Blackest Night Atrocitus, you know. It's the memory I have of him. But yeah, he did come with one thing, came with this red lantern. You can't hold it, but whatever, he came with it. It's got articulation right there. Really nice red. The red lantern curves on it, so they didn't just take a generic lantern and paint it red. They made him his own red lantern. Really cool. And Atrocitus himself is a pretty nice figure. I have to say, really spectacular looking. So let's take a gander at him then. Bring him up close. Now, the detail in this guy is pretty much as good as you can get for a lantern, especially from Mattel. See, that head sculpt is really just wicked looking. I mean, it really is. Look at that. Look at those teeth, the mouth, all the red in the mouth. Those yellow eyes. I mean, he's angry. And the shiny neck guard, shoulder guard thing, it has a scuff right there. But yeah, it doesn't bother me, you know. Because you can't see it from the front. It's all good. And it comes all the way back here. It's got all the red and black, Red Lantern symbol painted on very nicely. Really clean, actually. Really clean. And that looks like white at the bottom coming in, but that's just glare. It's okay. And he's got these cuffs and these really well sculpted hands. Look, they look really good. He's got the black on his nails on both hands too. Also really cool. Didn't have to do that, but they did. And the ring looks really nice. It's this really dark crimson red, really bloody looking. He's got this kind of belt thing, and his boots. Yeah, he looks nice. He looks good. He looks really cool. I mean, the DC Direct one's really nice too, but this guy's got the scale and stuff going on, I suppose. We'll see that in a bit. But he is really cool. So now let's check out articulation. I don't know if it's because mine has been in a hot car and stuck and stuff, but I can't get this head to move at friggin' all. I mean, it's turned a little bit. I can't get it to move, period. I've had this figure for a few days, and I can't get him to effing move his head. But his feet were stuck too, so I guess the head's just stuck, and I can't really get it unstuck because of this neck guard. I can't go around the neck guard, but then I have to bend the neck guard, and whatever. I can live with it. I'm pretty sure there's articulation there, though. I just can't get mine to freaking move. And you got up and down, forward and back, bicep swivel, elbow bend, wrist rotation. Got ab articulation there, a waist joint, forward and back, in and out, thigh swivel, knee bend, foot articulation. So he's got all that going for him. And now we can take a look at the sizing. So here's Atrocitus with some other figures from Mattel. Here's with his fellow Signature Collection figure, the Comic-Con exclusive Captain Marvel Shazam from the New 52. Yeah, really cool. They're about the same height. Atrocitus might even be a little taller, but Atrocitus is like a really big guy. So he scales up well with this Captain Marvel. So I'm going to say he scales up well with your other Signature Collection figures. And then from DC Universe Classics, we have this Toys R Us exclusive Hal Jordan from a 2-pack. And he's the same as the other basic Hal Jordans from DC Universe Classics, like the White 21 and everything. Really the same build and stuff. Same as the White Lantern one, the Sinestro Corps one. You know, he's got it, and that's a very basic body too. So, plus he's a Lantern, so perfect to compare to Atrocitus in every way. And he's just a little shorter than Atrocitus, so Atrocitus is a bit bigger than your average DC Universe Classics figure, which is really great because he should be. So he scales up really well with your other Mattel figures, like Signature Collection, DC Universe Classics, DC and Batman Unlimited. It's going to scale up well with all those lines. Now here's Atrocitus with some Movie Masters figures, also from Mattel. And Movie Masters is really the only line he's not going to scale up with, from Mattel anyways. Because as you can see, he is way bigger than this Hal Jordan, more so than he needs to be, because as much as I want my Atrocitus bigger than Hal Jordan, he is too big here. And that's just, this is how it is. And then here's the Dark Knight Rises Batman, and I feel like he might be a little too big for the Batman as well. I mean, I know Atrocitus is a big guy, and if you guys think this looks fine, then go ahead, you know? If you think he looks good with your Movie Masters, if you think Atrocitus should be this big, go for it. And, you know, maybe he should, but me personally, I think that he has too big of a feel here. So he's not going to scale up well with your Movie Masters, in my opinion. Now, here's Atrocitus with some DC Direct figures. Here he is with the DC Direct Knight from Batman Incorporated. And Knight's too big. Doesn't scale up well with Atrocitus. Any really human character like this shouldn't be bigger than Atrocitus. So, well, unless that's part of their power character or something, but yeah, Knight, too big, no go. And then from Blackest Night we have the Red Lantern Mara, one of my favorite DC Direct figures. Oh man, she is nice. She's a nice figure. And I know she's on a stand, but it's a really thin stand, and I think she's really kind of too big as well. Just the bulk of her, even. But yeah, I think he had a crush on her in Brightest Day, if I remember correctly. That's pretty cool. But yeah, so if you want an Atrocitus to scale up with your Red Lantern Mara, I really recommend getting the DC Direct one. But funny story, I got this Red Lantern Mara at DragonCon 2012. So I got her like exactly a year before I got this Atrocitus. Well, I mean, come on, that's pretty cool. And down here is a Red Lantern that came with Mara, a little Dex-Starr, who, is just a cat, so I think he scales up well with the Atrocitus. I think this DC Direct Dex-Starr can go well with your Atrocitus. You don't need the Green Lantern Classics one, because I know there's a Green Lantern Classics one in like a 3-pack with Badge and others. But yeah, so scale up well with the Dex-Starr from DC Direct, which is good, but not your other DC Direct characters. So what are my final thoughts on the Signature Collection Atrocitus figure? Well, he's pretty cool. I mean, they gave him a lantern. I know he can't hold it, but they still gave him one. Really cool to have, just anyways. And they sculpted it to be a Red Lantern lantern and not just a red generic lantern. And he's gonna scale up well with all of your Mattel figures, except the Movie Masters, which is sad because we have a lot of cool Green Lantern Movie Masters, but, maybe you can decide he scales up well with the non-humanoid Green Lantern Movie Masters, because they're of a much different scale. And I really only have 2 and I can't get to them real well right now, and one requires a stand and blah blah blah. But yeah, this Atrocitus is a really cool figure. He's got good articulation. I don't know why I can't move his head, because I'm positive it's articulated. I mean, I'm so sure it's articulated. But the rest of him looks great. He scales up well with them. Not your DC Directs, but he's not meant to. So he scales up well with what he's meant to scale up with. He looks good. I mean, he even scales up well with that little DC Direct Dex-Starr, which is great. And I think he's a great figure. I honestly do. So I'm going to give this Atrocitus 4 out of 5 stars. He's really cool. A really cool character before the New 52 started. And I think that Green Lantern fans everywhere will love this figure. I mean, he's really, really cool. And Signature Collection is probably ending. Or I might have already ended by the time I upload this. Who knows? But, I mean, this Atrocitus is worth picking up. He is really cool they definitely paid attention to this figure. So yeah, 4 out of 5 stars. Remember to rate, comment, and subscribe. Thank you all so much for viewing. I recommend going to DragonCon and picking up this figure. So yes, thank you all so much. 4 out of 5 stars, and I'll see you all later.